Islamism. Have some readings that I feel compelled to do. This is a good one. This is from 1971, and this is a Moor who had the provisional government of the United Moorish Government, and he had a grant for 197,841 notes, vocational training grant for addicts enrolled in heroin treatment program, and that was in 71. But the reading's kind of crazy. The Moor's appellation is Hassan. I'm gonna wait till some people get in here though, if people do show up. I have another reading too that's real crazy. See who comes in here though. I tried to see how to put the image up, but I see a plus sign, but it doesn't show where I can put the image on the screen. So yeah, the Moor's appellation is Hassan, 1971. Modifies past views. 47-year-old nationalist says his negative references to Jews are a simple reflection of historical facts. I am not anti-Semitic. I chase a Semitic name. And if I were anti-Semitic, I wouldn't have rejected the simplicity of a Semitic name. There is a Zionist plot for world domination. They have infiltrated the U.S. government and are now trying to get us out of Vietnam to support Israel. Merchant class Jews have exploited the Asiatic in every city all over this country ever since they've been here. What the Moor is speaking about is the history of the Jew. Every 10 years, they would go into a territory, set up loans and interest, and within 10 years, it would mess up the society. So then they would push them out of that land and they would go to another land. Like, that's the history. That's why they're always moving. Educated, civil rights oriented Jews have always been leading, quote unquote, black people. I'm getting tired of people leading me. So he knows about the civil rights being a joke as well. Educated, civil rights oriented Jews have always been leading, quote unquote, black people. I'm getting tired of people leading me. If we try to blame the Jewish people of today for the mistakes of the past, it would be unjust unless they perpetrate the mistakes of the past. I judge everyone on his or her individual merit. And that's from the words of this Hassan, the provisional government of the United Moorish Government. But look, the issue of Hassan's attitude towards Jews came into sharp public controversy recently when the Department of Health, Education and Welfare, in answer to ADL complaints to bigotry against Hassan, announced suspension of a 197,841 note vocational training grant for addicts enrolled in Hassan's heroin treatment program here. ADL contended that it is contrary to public policy for the federal government to support programs of a known bigot. But he has the right. But what he's saying, he has facts to back it up as far as their loans and the interest and all that. So yeah, his fund got cut off. Suspension of the grant was first revealed in June 24th. Letter from Hugh, Secretary Elliot L. Richardson. But it has Colin or Colonel COL. Hassan that we are monitoring his program for evidence of such activities. Asiatic leader modifies past views. Anti-Semitism. Quote unquote, Black Man's Development Center, commander of the Black Man's Volunteer Army of Liberation and chieftain of a nation called the Provisional Government of the United Moorish Government. But you know, the Moor wasn't speaking about Black Man's Volunteer, all of that craziness. The Anti-Defamation League of B-Nal calls it anti-Semitism. Hassan says he knows many Jews mistakenly consider him a bigot, but he has no apologies. The issue of Hassan's attitude towards Jews came into sharp public controversy when the Department of Health, Education, and Welfare, in answer to ADL complaints, suspended 197,000 notes. So that's what that Moore was getting. 1971, the Provisional Government of the United Moorish Government, 197,000 note grant for addicts enrolled in Hassan's heroin treatment program. And they took it away because he made statements of the Jews. There is a Zionist plot for world domination. They have infiltrated the U.S. government and are now trying to get us out of Vietnam to support Israel. So this was 1970, man. The Washington Post, Washington, D.C., August 8th, 1971. So if you want to go read it, I'll put the reading in the description. Washington Post staff writer. So yeah, I'll put the link to the reading. It's just a small reading, but it gave a lot of detail. This Moore had the Provisional Government of the United Moorish Government, and he had aid of 197,000 to help heroin addicts in 71. So yeah, Islamism, Moors.